Attorney General Bondi, why did you publicly claim to have the Epstein client list waiting for your review and then produce nothing relevant to that claim?
Senator Durbin, if you listen to my entire clip on that, I said I had not reviewed it yet, that it was sitting on my desk along with the JFK files, the Martin Luther King files, and I said I had not yet reviewed it. And if you see our memo on Epstein, you will see, excuse me, our memo on Epstein clearly points out that there was no client list, our July 6th memo. You also didn't let me respond to the HIDTA question. The budget transfers $196 million for high-intensity drug trafficking areas to the Office of Justice Programs, OJP. The Justice Department will continue to administer those grants under OJP in 2026.
Going back to the Epstein files, according to another whistleblower who made a protected disclosure to my office, you pushed the FBI to review approximately 100,000 Epstein-related records on an arbitrarily short deadline in March, and the FBI was directed to flag any documents that mentioned President Trump. Nothing came of that review until July when DOJ and FBI released an unsigned memo stating, quote, "there's no incriminating client list." Why was the July 7th memo unsigned?
The July 7th memo came from the FBI and the Department of Justice. Director Patel answered those questions very clear. And, you know, Senator Durbin, I find it very interesting that you refused repeated Republican requests to release the Epstein flight logs in 2023 and 2024. You fought that. Did you take money from Reid Hoffman, campaign donations, who was a huge Epstein friend? Why did you fight for years? Why did you fight to not disclose the flight logs, Senator Durbin?
I can tell you I did not refuse. One of the senators here wished to produce those logs, and I asked her to put it in writing, and she never did.
Yeah, I think Senator Blackburn would quarrel with you on that.
Well, I will quarrel with you as to Reid, somebody that you mentioned I never heard of.
Reid Hoffman.
So who gave the order to flag records related to President Trump?
To flag records for President Trump?
To flag any records which included his name.
I'm not going to discuss anything about that with you, Senator.
Eventually, you're going to have to answer for your conduct in this. And you won't do it today, but eventually you will. I yield, Mr. Chairman.
During a Senate Judiciary Committee hearing last week, Senator Dick Durbin, Democrat Illinois, pressed Attorney General Pam Bondi over her earlier claim regarding the Epstein client list. In February, Bondi publicly stated that the list was sitting on my desk, but when given the chance to present it, she produced no client list, only previously available public information. Bondi defended her remarks, explaining that she had clearly said at the time she had not yet reviewed the files. She pointed to a July 6th memo on Epstein which, according to her, confirmed that no client list existed. Durbin then cited a whistleblower who alleged that Bondi pushed the FBI to review approximately 100,000 Epstein-related records on an unusually short timeline in March, instructing agents to flag any mention of former President Donald Trump. That review reportedly resulted in a July 7th memo stating there was no incriminating client list, though Durbin questioned why the document was unsigned. Bondi responded that the memo came directly from the FBI and the Department of Justice. The senator also accused Bondi of resisting repeated Republican requests to release Epstein's flight logs in 2023 and 2024. Bondi rejected the accusation, claiming she asked for a formal written request, which was never submitted. Durbin raised concerns about potential political connections, mentioning campaign donations from businessman Reid Hoffman, who has been linked to Epstein. Bondi denied any association with Hoffman. When asked directly who ordered the FBI to flag records related to Trump, Bondi declined to answer, citing limits on what she could discuss. The exchange ended with Durbin warning Bondi that she would eventually have to answer for her role in handling the Epstein files, even if she chose not to during this hearing.